There is, in my view, being a resident on Lee Mountain Road, that there is a very serious public safety issue that we're facing. And what I've done recently, and I did have a map, and I'll make it available, I basically went on to Google Maps and I counted, and there could be a margin of error, but basically Jack's Canyon Road and the 179, including the homes in Pine 1, Pine 2, and basically Concho, Lee Mountain Road, Jack's Canyon, and Pine Valley, I counted approximately 600 single-family homes moving back to the end of Pine Valley. And what I'm observing, a little bit to my disbelief, I'm seeing that how Yavapai runs, everybody is sort of siloed. And what I mean by siloed is you're evaluating the plans, but I've met with the fire department with my concerns in January/February, and I've met with them twice. And when I said, well, how are these 600 homes, double occupancy, let's assume 1,200 people, and then that does not include Sedona Winds nor Kachina Point, and then you add in the Element Hotel that's done with 117 cars, and Marty Aronson's new development and shops has parking for 76. So between the proposed new hotel with 154 parking spaces, 156, along with the Element Hotel and the outlet parking, you've got potentially 347 cars. And if we have a emergency fire event, how are you gonna evacuate 1,600 people from the 179 going east on a one-lane road? And the fire department didn't have an answer other than, I have valid concerns. And I brought this up to Mr. Garrison, why you guys aren't doing a coordinated study and harvesting information from ADOT, getting the fire department involved as well, along with the sheriff department, to say a scenario-wise, because some of us that live back there, including me, I look around the beautiful mountains and hills, but I know I'm in a fire death trap. So I'm sort of concerned that there's no ongoing research coordinated by Yavapai County to look at this in order to give the results when you consider potentially accepting this rezone proposal.
What I can answer on that is that the Sheriff's Office, by way of their G Posse, actually does regularly model out and pre-plan in the event of a disaster happening. Public Works is one of the reviewing entities of these applications. They're responsible for all the county roads. They had no concerns over evacuation and being able to get people out. They believe the roads have plenty of volume in order to do so. In the event of I'm just talking about data, everybody. In the event of an emergency, I can tell you, based on my years of experience in emergency services and emergency management, the tap into the town is getting turned off. Only emergency vehicles will be let into the town. That's a typical protocol in these areas. You start cutting your traffic down immediately and you start opening up additional lanes of travel. You open additional lanes of travel so you can run multiple lanes. Well, here's the other problem, is we can't forecast where the fires are going to be. You can't, hold on, you can't forecast a disaster. Well, exactly. What you can do is you can protect your home. You can do firewise. You can reduce the risk in your community of having these events. You have a phenomenal fire department. I don't know if John's still here or not, or if he's already left. The fire department is aware of the situation out here. Right now, we don't believe that this contributes to that.
Well, I believe you're sincere, and I think that the next step should be to maybe potentially put this on hold and get the fire department and the sheriffs to give the input into a report. Because at the end of the day, I know you can't predict, but boy, I got weather.com, and there's a lot of lightning strikes around this area that we get during monsoon season, which is my biggest concern, not a spark from a welder. So at the end of the day, it would be nice to have that input from all the community services to evaluate Because remember,
And that's why we include them as part of the review process. They are reviewing entities on every single application that comes in our door. Sheriffs had no concerns over this application at all.
What about the fire department?
The fire department was also a reviewing entity, and they had no concerns over this application.
Okay,
I can only take the official word of those, departments. We have no jurisdiction over them, so if they determine it's okay, then we have to go with what they're reviewing.
I greatly appreciate that, but moving here from California, there have been issues.
Yeah.
Studies and surveys and everything are great, and we rely on them so much, but sometimes we just have to rely on our own common sense. Increasing traffic in that area is going to hurt this community. It's not in the best interest of the community, and it will create a safety problem. Sometimes we just have to use our common sense. Follow the bylaw.